a land you might remember from your dreams, the power of randomness was celebrated by all. Those with dice would roll them to shape their destinies, and the bravest few would challenge each other in games of chance, epic tournaments, in which their very lives would hang in the balance.
Fortune to me! Hurry! Get the energy! Let's get that energy, Fortune! Random rules! Random prevails! This is a challenge! Having second thoughts? Not on your life! Watch out! No!
But that was in the era of the dice wielders, and like all eras, it too would come to an end, fading into legend and mystery. Our story begins later, in Onecroft, a small village populated entirely by people who have never once been dealt a fair hand.
Attention, Wanners! I am the Queen, and my dark dice will decide your fate. Random rules! See that, Bernard? You're a sixer.
Oh, wow! I'm gonna live in the Queen's Dream Palace for the rest of my...
Nuh-uh, you're a dirty 3, doomed to a life of fighting and misery.
That's cheating.
Well, so is having an almighty dice, Snake Eye.
Stop, you guys. Wrap this up. We should really get going.
It's just a game, sis.
Even I promised Mom and Dad to get you home.
The Queen! It's the Queen!
Hey, was that really necessary?
Come on, hurry up! Now we really have to run!
Odd, wait!
Stay behind me, sis. We've got to run home and hide. Now!
Odd, slow down!
We don't have time even! We've got to run!
Wait up for me!
Even we don't have time for this! We should be home and out of sight already! Shoot it with this!
With this? It's not doing anything!
Random rules!
That's Nanny Fortuna. Works for the Queen, kidnapping children for her.
Kidnapping?
And so the Queen decreed that any child who had reached the age of 12 would be given the grand honor of rolling her one true dice, which would reveal to them their place in the world of random.
Guys, check out this secret portal.
Bring me all of the children.
It's an old crawl's face.
It works for us. Nice work, Bernie. Let's
For
go.
the Queen's wisdom is as wide as her power, which is infinite, which makes it very easy for all of you to do what she says, since she is and ever shall be correct. And though you may feel a twinge of emotion when you watch your children move to their new villages, ensure that you are feeling the correct emotion, which is joy. Joy that the Queen's plan for us is so grand. Joy that her one true dice has deigned to fix the fates of your offspring. And joy, yes, joy that today her representative, me, the Nene Fortuna, has come to share her good news with all of you. Prepare to experience this joy, citizens. For what does random do?
Random rules.
Indeed it does, and indeed it ever shall be. For random is fair, random is just, and random is right. This is what the Queen teaches, this is what her dice teaches, and this is what life itself strives to teach you every moment of every day. When you break trust and try to decide for yourself, when you dream of choosing your own life, you do nothing but set yourself up for failure, for heartbreak, and for death. It is only by giving yourself over to the Queen and her dice, to random, that any of you can ever, will ever. And it is only through this randomness, which I remind you, rules, that you will finally and at last realize your true potential. And this goes double for your children, so rejoice! Rejoice! The time of the dice is upon us. Go now with joy, in truth, in love, in hope, and in faith, and above all, in randomness, and teach your children who have come of age, so that they might experience the bliss of random. Now comes the moment you have been looking forward to since their very birth. Now comes the moment you're...
Even! Odd! Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
I'm sorry, Dad. I tried to.
There's no time. She'll be here any minute.
Quick, get down.
Happy birthday.
Oh, even.
And I got a present for you.
It's so cute.
Make a wish.
And the Queen said, every child of 12 years shall throw this supreme dice, and so it was. For random is fair, random prevails, and random rules. Random rules. Be grateful, child, that the Queen herself is here for your special day. Now roll the dice, and let's see what kind of person you truly are.
It had been settled.
At least, she'll be a sixer.
Even!
Oh, no!
Stop stop it.
And so, Odd's destiny came to be living by the side of the Queen up in the Sixer's palace, where it was said all dreams came true. But Even's nightmare was just beginning.
Odd? Where are you? I'm coming for you, sis. Hold on, Odd. Odd! I'm gonna find you, okay? Tell me where you are, Odd. Help me find you. Odd! I'm here, sis. I'm coming, Odd. Odd!
More than a year had passed since her sister had been taken away from her, and in all that time, Even had never dreamed like that before. Even knew she was now awake, and knew this was the same house she'd lived in her entire life. But something seemed off. Something seemed different. Or was it simply that she had changed? A portrait of Uncle Jinx. It was said he'd sailed the 7 seas and then drowned in the 8th. A painting of Aunt Cordelia. She could play every single musical instrument in Onecroft, which was impressive, but none of them well, which was markedly less impressive. An image of great-great-great-grandmother Waters. She was the woman who'd invented sliced bread, which made everyone very excited. Well, before then, they'd just taken great big bites out of loaves. An image of great-great-grandfather Peters. 200 years ago, he ate all his clothing to win a bet. Even supposed that was the reason this portrait stopped at the neckline. Even's mother had always painted, and she'd share with Even the stories she'd hidden in her paintings. Wonderful tales of daring heroines and dashing adventure. She told her never to share these stories with the outside world. These stories might upset the Queen, and she had eyes and ears everywhere. Odd shoes, little parts of her life, still dotted their house. It didn't make it a happy house, but that was fine by Even. She never wanted to forget her sister. Evan's parents had locked the door securely, as they had every night since Odd was taken. These paintings showed stories Evan's mother told her were safe to share because they were true, or so she said, like the story of the card makers of Five Town, who'd suffered a horrible fate. Evan's father never told her stories. He preferred reality to fantasy, the physicality of hammers and nails to the ephemeral mists of dreams and fantasy. Oh, it was still very late, or was it very early? And Evan didn't want to wake her parents. The scariest painting Evan's mother had ever made was of the Shadow Man, a mysterious figure who'd gobble up children who'd ventured too far from home. Evan was too old to believe in such stories, or at least that's what she told herself. Evan stared at the toy, feeling the ground tilt beneath her. That was the exact same stuffed animal she'd given Odd on the night she was taken. Evan knew her parents would be heartbroken when they woke and found her missing. But she had to go. She had to know. That glowing figure seemed to keep its distance from Evan. When she got closer, it moved further away. It was leading her somewhere.
Phew! Easy there, Even. What are you doing out so darn late? You're running like the old witch Uma put a curse on you. Oh, darling, you're thinking about your sister, aren't you? I feel you, child. I do. But she's been gone now a year. Ah, that spark in your eye tells me you're not fooling around. I remember being your age once, I do. And I know how important imagination can seem. All right, I'll get out of your way. But don't tell your parents you saw me. Deal? You're quite welcome, young Miss Even. And stay away from the outskirts.
Wait up! Please! Wait up!
This was Onecroft, the world in which Even and her small family lived. Like all Oners, they hauled junk for the cargo ships that came and went in the night. All this labor was done for reasons that were never clearly understood. The Queen willed it, and no one would dare oppose her, and that was enough for everyone. Everyone, that is, except Even.
Come on, Burn, just hit it. It's right there.
He's trying, Lucky.
Aw, shucks. I'm all out of potatoes.
No breakfast tomorrow, and you couldn't hit the spot. Smooth going, Burn.
But it wasn't my... I mean, you're the one who... Aw, I guess you're right, Lucky.
What are you doing here, anyway?
Yeah, Even. Are your parents letting you out after dark now?
Honestly, Even, I gotta say, I'm impressed. Never thought you had it in you to break a precious rule.
Don't be mean, Lucky.
I'm not mean. That was a compliment.
I think you're cool, even if you should listen to your parents more. My parents say listening to them is the coolest thing of all.
You guys are so touchy.
I couldn't sleep. My 12th birthday is coming up.
Mine too. Gonna get to roll the dice when it comes. I'm gonna be a sixer. I know it. I'll be saying bye to all you bloobs and hi to the riches of Sixtopia.
I'm not a bloob. I'm a star. My mom says so.
I'm not a bloob either. What's a bloob?
You getting a load of these bloobs, Even? Listen, Even, it takes two to be a jerk. One to be the jerk, and the other to be an even bigger jerk by pointing it out. Well, that's just her bad luck. Not the sort of thing I've ever had to worry about.
Really? How come?
Because my name is Lucky, and...
He meant how come Even thinks it didn't work out, Lucky?
Ah, that's mysterious. I love mysteries. Have fun with your cool mystery, Even. See you later.
Whoa!
Not bad, Even. I knew you could do it.
Lucky shot. I'm not impressed. I could do that too if I wanted. No problem.
That was amazing, Even.
Hey, shut up!
You seem like you're looking for something, kid. I thought I recognized you. You're Odd Sister, right? Did the big roll a year ago, if I recall. She's in the Queen's care now, kiddo. There's nothing any of us can do. That it is. But I didn't get this far by chasing after ghosts, and I recommend you do the same, even. Go on home. Your parents will be worried.
There, you saw it, didn't you? There it was again.
Halt! None shall enter the docks tonight by order of Her Majesty. Random rules. You can't be here, little girl. That's only more reason not to let a child in here. Why, I'd walk you home myself if I wasn't so busy guarding this area, as you can see. It's a very important job. Now run along, little girl. You shouldn't be here. Hiding? Ah, there's no secrets here, little girl. All day long and all year long and all life long, there's only one thing that happens here. Junk gets loaded onto boats. Sorry, that's classified. Top secret, very royal. Ah! The very idea that the Queen would not share her ultimate secrets with me, a random one-er security guard. No. No, I assure you, I definitely know all the good stuff. I'm, just not willing to share them. Ha! That may well be true, but that doesn't mean I should entrust the Queen's state secrets, which I assure you I'm definitely privy to, with you. Now run along home. It's past your bedtime.
Whatever that spirit wanted, it seemed to involve bringing even here. But why? Random rules, even. Random rules. Well. Look at you. So far from home and all alone. You're lucky the Queen is looking out for you, child. You've heard the good news, haven't you? The Queen is a force of nature, like gravity or death. You can't argue with gravity. You don't debate death. You just go along with her, because you know her rule is law. She is eternal. She's never wrong. She makes the rules, random rules, and they're always right. It's incredible to live at the same time as such a wondrous being. I hope one day she notices me, up riding a shining spider stallion, notices my love for her, notices my worship. You can't escape it, you know. No one can. It's all perfectly designed. I'd love every minute of it.
One town was unique. Some who lived here were kind, treating the Queen with respect, and others seemed to have been broken by her in one way or another. But it was home, the only home Even had ever known.
Big city life. Oh, must be so glamorous to be so cosmopolitan. So two-sided. You ever wonder what life's like in the other zones? I wasn't born here, you know. I was born in Forberg. Only I turned 12 and the Queen came and made me rule. Roll myself for one. She told me I was born in the wrong town, and now I'm here. And I'll never get back there again. It doesn't have to be equal to be fair. It's what my mom always used to say. Before she... before I... well, it's, ancient history now. The Queen works in mysterious ways, and it's up to us to follow her rules. Random rules. I still remember how I felt rolling that dice, knowing what was about to happen. And when it landed on one, gosh. I don't think it's the sort of thing I'll ever forget. By the dice, I'm haunted enough already. I don't need more of them. See you around, kid. You ever wonder what life's like in the other zones? Big city life. Oh, it must be so glamorous to be so cosmopolitan. So... the glory of battle, yours for the taking. I could be a hero. Before the war, it was a sight to behold. Now, though, after the Queen ruined it trying to find those awful rebels, it's so dreadful there. I hear everyone works so hard there. It's where the magical cards used to be made, you know. It must be so wonderful there. be recognized as the best of us. So long.
That strange figure even knew that her fate was changing, that her future was suddenly filled with unknowns, and she also had the distinct feeling that she wouldn't be back home for quite some time. Even could barely make out what the ghostly figure was. It was beautiful, inscrutable, and there seemed to be a sorrow to her. There was no time to think. Even was either going home to her parents without answers and with even more questions than before, or she was getting on that boat. She felt a pull, beckoning towards something new.
those are some nice cards you have there, kiddo. You find them yourself? Well, heck, let me take a look. Maybe these old papers will notice something you haven't. Suit yourself, missy. I ain't gonna force you into doing anything you don't want to. Oh, but before you go, a word of warning. Be careful out there, missy. Tonight's the night the junk collectors come. His boat's here, and the guards over there don't let nobody close. The harbor's hiding secrets tonight, missy. Or they load up the boats with junk and take it to other areas at random. Though what for, I can't rightly say. Nobody who knows is willing to say, and nobody else can see for themselves. Everyone just keeps their heads down and does their job. Except for me. I don't do any of it. I'll never work for that rotten queen. Safe travels.
What the? Who let you in here?
A long time ago in Random, dice were everywhere and used to decide everything. Wondering what to wear, what to create, who to become. Any question, as long as it could be answered with a number, could be found by the spark of magic contained within the dice. And the king and queen of Random were, well, decent to good. Life was wild. Life was free. Life was random.
When they were ready, or when they were brave enough, the most courageous in random would embark on a great adventure, making their way to the Valley of the Dice. There, in that sacred place, they would choose the dice that they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Although some would whisper that the choice wasn't fully theirs to make.
Hey, boss! We got some kids sneaking around here!
No. You don't get to come here. This is my reserve spot. You get your own. Now, go away. What do you think I'm doing here? We're all trying to hide, kid. Now leave. This is Herman's hidey hole. My little stowaway chamber, my realm of adolescence that you're not invited in. It's my ticket out of this muddy town. It means something that's delightful, like my room here. Wow. You really are just a kid, huh? Well, guess what? I myself was a kid once. Kid Herman. And now I'm adult Herman, and I'm getting out of here. Now go find your own spot. There are no... Come on. There's got to be other spots. Go find them. Oh, for the love of... Fine. You little guilt tripper. I'll let you in. Oh, but before I do, we got ourselves some house rules. 1, be quiet. 2, don't touch anything. And 3, be quiet and don't touch anything. Now, don't make me regret this, kid. I'm stowing away on a quest, see? And if the crew here gets wind of it, both our gooses will be cooked. So just sit here all quiet-like and don't do anything. Quiet, kid. I can't believe it. You're already breaking rules 1 and 3. Yeah, look, I'll tell you what. Just hide between those boxes and don't make any noise. You want to know about me? Here's the deal. I'm off to find my son, see? I'm headed for the cardmaker district, 5-tropolis, or whatever the Queen's calling it these days. And... Quiet, kid, or you'll ruin the whole thing. Just go to sleep, kid. I'll wake you when we're there. Well, the moment she'd let herself think about it, even realized she was actually exhausted. Tonight alone, she'd seen a ghost, run away from home, and boarded a ship traveling somewhere deep into the unknown heart of random. Would she ever return? It didn't matter. Odd was the only thing that mattered. With her sister's name on her lips, Even fell into a deep slumber.
I'm coming! Stay right there! I'm coming! Ethan! I need you! Sis! I'm coming! Don't move! Ethan! Why aren't you coming to help? I'm trying, sis! Hold on! I'm trying!
Hello, Even.
You're home. It's where you belong.
What's in trouble? Trouble is odd.
At least she'll be a sixer.
A wanna is a wanna.
Is a wanna. Is a wanna.
When you're right, you're right.
Even. Come stay with us. Do you want some tea? Why do you need to see her?
We've seen her before.
Listen to your mother, Even.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Listen to your mother, Even.
Stay here. It's safe here. We'll never leave you again. Not ever. Not ever, Even. We'll always be here, Even.
You'll always be her, Even.
Her desires are odd.
It's the only way she'll learn.
Go. Even if you're lost.
The Queen will find you.
You've arrived, Even. Soon you will find your voice.
Please, please, I want to go. I miss my sister. I miss my parents.
You're safe now. They can't hurt you anymore.
Hurt me? No, that's not right. They never. I don't think they.
They were denying you your future, probing you of your true destiny. You're finally home.
Wake up, girl! No. This whole dang ship's falling apart. Today's a difficult day for you, Herman.
Wait! What am I supposed to do?
Take one of these bad boys! Has even lost sight of Herman. She realized she'd also lost sight of her last connection to home.
Okay, still alive. I can work with that. As long as I don't land on water, I should be able to work with that. Find time to remember I don't know how to swim.
She hoped desperately that she'd land somewhere near Sixtown, but the wind and the fates had very different plans for her indeed.
Where is this place?
She couldn't yet understand it, but even had landed in the middle of something exceptional. These were the ruins of a time long past, and the magic she could almost sense in the air wasn't about to give up its secrets that easily.
I must be the first person to come here in decades. Hey, are you okay? Are you, okay? Well, thanks for saving me back there. You were really, well, heroic. Right. Okay. Talking to a dice. I better get going. You should too. This place is really dangerous. Oh, I mean, I guess you can tag along. The more the merrier, right? Okay, Ethan, keep it together. You're talking to a dice now, Ethan. And to yourself. Nice! Not a trap. Hey! Those are mine! You don't just take things from people. Ugh, fine. You could hold on to them, I guess. Just don't digest them. Watch out, Dice! I think these machines are coming alive too. Yep. They're attacking.
It was clear that these were no ordinary cards, and Dicey was no ordinary dice. Something extraordinary was awakening.
Give 'em what for, Dicey!
even didn't understand what was happening to her and her new dice friend. But she didn't need to, for there was another, more obvious truth that she understood completely. She was truly and inarguably kicking robot butt.
Whoa! What in the... You can do that!
With each movement, the girl and her dice became more and more inseparable.
More cards? Oh, I wonder what these do. Listen, we're an incredible team, and as long as I'm going to be talking to you, I should probably know your name. Right. Well, how about if I just call you Dicey? Perfect. Well, let's see if we can find a way out of this place, Dicey.
To the entities that slumbered in this long-forgotten world, even had just become interesting. And that was seldom good. Even and Dicey were moving as one, an unstoppable fighting machine.
Give 'em what for, Dicey! Whoa! Dicey! Maybe lead with that next time. Those things that came out of your head! How do they... I'd be having a headache too. Right, well, we'll have to talk more later. But for now, let's just focus on surviving, yeah? It's like something out of Mum's drawings. Ready, Dicey? I'm choosing to take that as a yes.
These colossi were indeed colossal. Things were looking grim. And while I know it's always disappointing when what you thought was a novel turns out to be a very short story, all I can do is apologize.
All right, Dicey. You're quite something.
Even and Dicey finally had a moment to catch their breath, take a breather, and...
Dicey, wait!
Never mind.
Dicey! What's happening here?
Filthy Warner! Snake-eyed freak! Dirty one, daughter! You don't belong here, Warner. Go back to your filth where you belong. Look at the dirty trash Cyclops. My parents told me how Warners live. Like animals.
Look at the dirty trash, Cyclops.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut... What is going on here?
The other kids, they said I was a filthy wanner.
She is. She's not a sixer like us.
Oh, the dice doesn't lie, children.
Yeah, but she was just lucky. She's a wanner. You can smell it on her.
Oh, you think you're smarter than the black dice?
I mean, no. I just...
Oh, so now you're saying she is a sixer after all. So you've lied to me. Either way.
I mean...
Lying should be punished, Odd. Don't you agree?
You don't have to. I was just...
Now, there's no room for pity. Either everything's fair or nothing is.
A wanna! Off to the garbage for you!
I'm not garbage.
We'll agree to disagree, love. What's this? A lunchbox? Ha! A living lunchbox! Monster! I'm gonna tell the mayor!
We're here. Let's see where here is, Dicey.
Even had a feeling, call it a hint, that her new friend Dicey would be able to open that door for her. All it would take would be a roll or two. And that feeling was correct.
Look, it's that ghost again.
Yes, I was just going to say that. But what did it want? Did you hear? The new moon is finished. It is wonderful to finally look up at the sky at night and see two perfect moons. When it comes to the new moon, I'm of two minds. And they both love it. Oh, have you come to see our new moon? Oh, you're in for a treat.
Ôi cái đại nè, mỗi ta đến đây, mỗi sự bài nhạc phố, bài ai đâu?
So boy, tại tai da da, boy tai da da, und der Tanzlige, was dabei da.
Muốn đại kế nè, mày ai nè, muốn đàn nè ya.
Phải đổi, tai da ba, mới tai ste, mới đó vai nè, mới støy da, muốn lại da, boy tai da, nej.
Good morning, world! It's a beautiful day, my favorite kind.
Any second now. Oh, curse it too. Though I suppose you can't have the sweet without the sour. Attention to town. Now hear this. Her will is now manifest. Long may she reign. Random rules.
Oh, a two! What a delightful...
Way to make a perfectly awful day even worse. Another dreary day, everyone. Just muddle through this horrid life until death finally claims us.
You don't belong here. Oi! What are you looking at? No, I did. We've got enough problems here without strange weirdos wandering around town. You are. I seen you when the dice got rolled. You didn't change a bit. That tells us you're not from Two-Town. I reckon you're a oner, and you don't belong here. I've got nothing more to say to you, oner.
It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two-Town, where even the residents seemed to be of two minds.
Hey! I've got cards to trade. Cards, I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land, from my body to your hands. Yes! But was I born with a store for a body? Or did I somehow force my body to become a store? Well, you'll never know, because you'll become instantly distracted by all of the fantastic cards I have for sale. I can tell you've got an eye for cards. Always terrific to meet another connoisseur. Manny Dex, at your service. Naturally! You know, I've often been heard to remark that life is like cards. It's not so much the cards you've got, but how you play them, yeah? Plus, life is also small, cheap, and random, and yet utterly enchanting. All like cards, isn't it? Now listen, since you're a fellow connoisseur, and since business is slow, I'm gonna do you a solid, mate. Old Manny Dex is gonna give you a lovely binder to hold your cards in, on the house. We'll just need to teach you how to use it. Now then, what with that shiny new binder with all those blank pages in it, you're probably in the market for some new cards, eh? Well, good news! It just so happens I've got the greatest cards in the land from my body to your hands. Ha ha! And at the best prices too. Is everyone in my family a store, you ask? Honestly, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious. No, you don't think the answer to that question is pretty obvious? Well then, we'll just have to agree to differ. Is everyone in my family a store? Glad you agree. Then we both agree the answer to that question is pretty obvious. Mate, we're all born one way, and we all decide what we want to do with that. I was born with an interest in trading cards and decided to absolutely lean into my interest in trading cards. All the way, mate. Woohoo! Ha-ha, no regrets. Where do I... Oh, mate, if I tell you my sources, what's to stop you from turning your body into a store and setting up a competing shop, eh? I ask you. Yeah, good one, mate. I'm afraid I can't tell you the provenance of my cards, just that they're an amazing deal. Best in random, only in random. Oi, oi, Matty Dex here, card in... Oi, oi, Matty Dex here, card enthusiast and living store at your service.
Even was beginning to learn a lot about this new part of random, but not, unfortunately, how to escape it. The door was locked. Perhaps someone nearby was in possession of a key.
Have you seen the Upside Downtown? I'm building it. The flipped city in the sky. You can't miss it. It's not just me, of course. Lots of construction jobs up there. That whole site was designed by Her Royal Highness, the Queen. It's the ultimate expression of Two-Town. Named Smokey, by the way. That's it. That's exactly it. Everything must have its other half. It's only natural. Some call the Upside Downtown a mere distraction, a minor obsession of the Queen designed simply to keep us all busy. You know what those people are called? Ha! Good one. No, they're traitors. They're obviously traitors. It's the ultimate expression of Two-Town, what it was always meant to be. Two cities in one. I'm sorry, I'm on break now, and Smokey only gets a little time for himself, don't he? So you'll have to excuse my rudeness, but I don't have much else to say.
It was the Queen's Royal Robot Guards. She had to think fast. She had to roll the dice.
Hey, you. Come here a tick. Just want to ask you a few questions, love. Like about who you're with. That six-sided fellow by your side. Tell me about him. That ain't no dog. I think you got one of them dice by your side. See, most people wouldn't recognize them no more. They've been extinct for so long. Banned by the Queen. And she's got a terrifying black one. The only one left in all the land. Or so she thinks. I'm sure you don't. Having a dice is treason, after all. Be careful out there, love. There might not be many of us left who know what you're up to. But you can't fool everyone all of the time. See you around, kid. So, it does speak. And with the ancient dice tongue. How intriguing. Oh, feisty little one, ain't ya? No need to threaten the curious. Do say aye to the Queen once she does find you, hmm?
I don't know, Dicey, but I didn't like her one bit.
Life was insane and beautiful, a glorious mess. Those who wielded dice would challenge each other in grand board game tournaments to win favor from the king or queen, or even just each other. The rules were wild and capricious, the games even more so. And everyone in random loved them, and the dice wielders themselves, with all their heart.
Been dealt about it. Have you? Oh, never mind. Trade it in for a new one with me. Old Manny Dix.
Oi, kid! You want crispy twigs? Kids love crispy twigs. To answer your question, yes, business is slow. Hey, kid! I'm selling crispy twigs here. Crispy twigs to trade.
Seller Street Socks. Get your socks here. Ah, you're already wearing socks. Come back when you need new ones, kid. Seller Street Socks. Are your parents around? Bring them back with you and tell them to bring their money. Yeah, come back with money, kid, and I'll be happy to sell you 2 or more socks. Seller Street Socks. Get your socks here.
Kid, I got what all kids crave.
Super juice!
Crispy twigs.
You want a free
The
sample
crispiest
of
in
super
town.
juice? Too bad. Hey, kid, I'm running a business here. No freebies. 2 flavors of super juice.
Oh, kid.
You know
You
you've
want
got to have
crispy
it.
twigs? Kids love crispy twigs.
Super juice is the only
Get your
juice with
pre-chewed food here. Smooth and silky. Food's not nice unless it's been chewed twice. Tired of mastication? Let me do the hard work for you.
More participating. It's like it. Still the
Oh. No, I'm stuck. Artist block. I'd trade my Gubblegregor for a flash of inspiration. Oh. I'm through Pipkin, by the way. I am an artist, but not with paints or music. My art is the art of trading, and I want to push the art forward. Trading Gubblegregors is so routine. I want to trade something that hasn't been traded before.
Say, you wouldn't be willing to trade for that costume your friend is wearing, are you?
Nah, never mind. Whatever he's dressed up as, it's too close to a dice. No market for dice costumes. They're just as illegal and forgotten as the real deal. If you ever have anything to trade, you'll come see me, right? Especially something unusual. Excellent. Keep your eyes peeled. Not the one. You wouldn't happen to have anything, would you? A word? Now that's interesting. I've never traded in words before. This could be a whole new marketplace. What's the word? Oh, I've heard that before. It's a common phrase, and common things don't have value, I'm afraid. No, I can't do anything with that. No trade, kid. Not the... You wouldn't happen to have any...
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
I got a 50% off sale. That's twice as cheap as normal. My stock is twice as good as the competition. And they've recently made their stock twice as good. So, mine is twice as good. Buy one, get one free. That's 2 items for the price of 1. That's a deal specifically made Seller Street. Don't miss it.
cool dice costume, kid. Careful, you don't get arrested in it. Get your food here. I've only had dice described to me, kid, but that costume is dead on. Sail on food. My grandparents told me about dice once in whispers. Never thought I'd see such an accurate costume.
The heart of Two Town was even greater and bigger and scarier than in the most outlandish stories she'd heard the Junkers tell in Onecroft.
Hi, I'm Harry Twofold. I love the Upside Down Town. It's a whole second Two Town. And they're all right.
It's a huge mistake. I have always been consistent in this. It sucks.
By which I mean, it rules. Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. But one thing will always remain consistent. My love for the Upside Down Town. It's beautiful and great and...
I hate it. Worst idea we ever had.
Brilliant in both conception and execution. A
disaster in waiting that will
make everyone happy.
To die one day so that they can escape this horrible monster city.
And then go to heaven, which will be exactly like the new Upside Down Town. You know, my doctor said the same thing. That getting so overwhelmed with the upside downs of this world all the time wasn't good for me. I called him an insensitive low roller and left, but maybe this time I should listen. Okay, have a nice
and depressing
day.
Hi! Hello! Indubitably, we're twins. We finish each other's sentences. We double each other's happiness. We share each other's husbands. We multiply each other's... Wait, what? What? You said we share each other's husbands. Yep, I don't. You've been kissing my husband? Oh my God! Two-timer! It's double the fun. Please excuse us. We need to talk about this. Sorry.
Even decided she'd already inserted herself into the lives of the twins quite enough.
That is such a creative dice costume. No way, Ronaldo. Are you seeing this?
What's a dice?
That's a spiffy nice costume, kid. My grandmother told me about him.
I'm being attacked by robots!
saved my bacon there, kid. Look, let me repay you. With a deal. I'm looking to trade a weird-looking four-sided skull for a Gubblegregger. That'll be just the thing I need to Gubblegreg my way out of future robot trouble. What do you say, kid? You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But, do come back if by any chance you happen to find one. You know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
Shroud! Get your fresh shroud! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for two!
Hey, kid! I'm selling crispy twigs here. Crispy twigs to try.
Words for sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free. Syzygy.
Not the one. You wouldn't happen to have anything. A word? Now that's interesting.
words for sale here. Choice words. Pluviophile. It means lover of rain. That's just a free sample.
Hello! Can I interest you in a potion? Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here, are you? You must feel lost.
It would be logical to give her a summary of the town that she finds herself in.
I was getting to that. Jeez! It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in. As you may have noticed, we're big into duality here.
Even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides.
By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid!
Split personality, though ours is more unfortunate than most. Jared and I don't agree on very much these days.
Yes, though, more by necessity than choice. Don't tell him, but my business partner lacks the imagination necessary to...
Imagination? You're a mad scientist! You lack the business acumen, or even the base financial literacy to...
Don't start with me, Jorid. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot. We want different things in business, in life, in love.
In that some of us don't want love because it's an illogical distraction.
And some of us want to get mad kissy.
Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all. Yes, a potion to decide who is in charge. Whoever drinks it will be the leader once and for all, regardless of what the dice say.
Which will be me.
You misspoke, as anyone could clearly see that I am intended to be the one in charge. If you simply reason it out, you'll see that...
You know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious logic.
An emotional and frankly embarrassing response, dare I say... cringe-worthy?
You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you.
Ah, we have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. That potion I mentioned. I need ingredients to finish it. And I'm afraid time is of some matter because my partner is working on a similar potion. One that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I would appreciate it. Even with these fingers in my ear, that sounded like a no. But perhaps it was a yes? It's logical for me to assume that it was a yes. Yes. Now then, I require 3 bloobs. Unremarkable organisms distinguished by their loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments. My research indicates that it is actually quite ethical and logical for me to do this. I assure you it makes no difference to them. They loathe their existence all the same. All I require is that you find 3 bloobs for me, and I'll have all that I need. Oh, and there's a mighty reward in it for you. In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I'd go find those bloobs. Promptly. Farewell, kind stranger.
He's gone, yeah? No, he's gone. We can talk in private. Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, my partner is going to invent a potion to lock me out for good. There's no stopping him. It's logical. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I'd be much obliged. Oh, nobody's going to die. It'll be fine. But I trust you, and you don't need to decide now. Get the bloobs, only give them to me instead of him. Got it? Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you, I'd go find those ingredients to discover what it is. Well, have you gotten the ingredients yet? Oh, it's no good without all three. Go find more, please.
It's logical for you to do so.
Some of us are trying to sleep. You can't hear that, can't you? That noise! Dang it. I'm trying to sleep, and that blabbed bloob is up on my roof making a ruckus. It's those dang... Oh, I don't even know what they are. Screaming wobblies. You seen them? Now they're up on my roof making noise. All I want to do is nap. I'm old. I've spent more hours awake than anyone, and I deserve some moments of blessed unconsciousness. Quiet unconsciousness. You'll help me, won't you? I'll reward you or something. Thank you, little one. You've made an old man's heart want to fill with hope, which will happen as soon as this old man's ears are no longer filled with cotton to keep that darn noise down. Please don't dawdle now. I'm very old. Quiet down! I'm old and I'm tired, and I demand you respect that. Thank you, little one.
Ah, Casnino. So, Mwana Hela. Gel, Mariat Skinio. Akishk Mwana. Oh, non Maneto. Oh, Kerem in the hand. Oh, it's key. Mokaska, Monica Niena. Tofako, Mana Kalin. Ah, Mwana Gaina. Oh, my Skena Hollow. Lucas Hela Guana.
A dice! Child! Yes, you! Come closer. You, child! I believe we can be useful to each other. No, nor I you.
but the threads of fate weave strange fabrics indeed. You see, I've noticed that you have a dice with you. Right, a good act, child. You'll need your wits to survive what's coming, I'd wager. So, let's say, hypothetically, you have a dice, which of course you don't, which means you, hypothetically, have experience in their identification and true nature. I've heard tell of a dice circulating Cellar Street. Of course, it's been so long since a true dice has been here. People don't entirely recognize it for what it is. And if these rumors were true, well, I dare say you could be the one to find it. Folks dimly sense it has value. They treat it as something rare and unique, say a fossil, not knowing its true value, its true nature. I believe someone like yourself could trade for it, or at the very least, trade up to it. Hypothetically, of course, and if you did hypothetically succeed in possessing such a dice, well, I'd be interested, and I'd make it worth your while indeed. Oh, goodness, you can't, child, but you can trade with me. That's all I'm asking. I've told you all I can, except that I've heard whispers that someone is buying words, and someone else is selling them. And that would be where I'd start. Make yourself useful, child. Trade and trade until, before you know it, you've got your hands on one of those dangerous, awful, deadly dice. And then you give it to me, and I will take care of it.
Behold, the door to Three Town. Alas, the door was sealed shut, and only a roll of a 3 would open it. But Evan's friend was 1 dot short. He could only roll a 1 and a 2, and Evan would have to find a way to upgrade him.
Strange. What's up with these little guys? I wonder if they could fix you.
Roll your dice and defeat all enemies. It's that simple.
as though Dicey was affecting that giant board game.
A slow time bubble has appeared. Incoming treasure birds. There's a slow bubble. There's a slow time bubble in the ball game. The game is almost over, but who will win?
And lo, did the number 2 come to random. And lo, it was
dealt a bad hand, have you?
Oh dear. Do I ever
Trade
shut
it in
up?
for a new one with me.
And
Oh,
lo,
many
did the
thanks.
number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not one, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest to preach. Quiet you, today is my day. And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not one, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest to preach. Quiet you, today is my day.
I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well... eh. Let's trade.
Who wants to buy a word? I got cliniomania looking for a good home here. It means wanting to stay in bed. My rarest word? That's a tall order. What do you have to offer in trade? I'm listening. Eyesome? It sounds gross. Like you're putting something in your eye. Gross! No thanks. No trade here. What do you have to offer in trade? Let's hear it. Why? 789? Oh, 789. Ugh, keep that joke. I don't want it. What do you have to offer in trade? Your last one didn't do anything for me, but I'm listening. How does a small girl like you know an adult word like that? Adlubescence. Oh, learning it is a pleasure. The breath of the essence sound, the mouth feel of adlube. Oh, the rarity of it. Oh, this is a word I can definitely sell. Tell you what, I'll give you a great word in exchange too. Oblectament. Close. Oblectament. It means a source of delight. For example, learning adlubescence is an oblectament. Thank you again, kid. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Bye. Beautiful. Use it well, kid. I got so many words, kid. Got a sale on beautiful.
right now if you're interested.
Not the one. You wouldn't happen to have anything, would you? A word? Now that's interesting. I've never traded in words before. This could be a whole new marketplace. What's the word? Oh, that is a beautiful word. Oblectament. I would like some oblectament, please. Yes, it is a good word, and that means it has value. Anything with value I can trade. Oh, this is going to be great! Let me compensate you for that word by giving you a Gubblegregor in exchange. They're very futuristic. Perfect. We have a deal. Enjoy it, and be sure not to Gubblegreg too much on your first go. Great, kid.
Please, trade the Gubblegregor to me. I'm sure this skull I'm offering is invaluable. It must be. It's darned old. Thank you. Here, have this, fossilized skull, I think. Strangely four-sided. It must have come from some sort of ancient extinct animal. Big Red dug it up a while back before, forget it, it's not important. But this has got to be the rarest thing in all of Two Town. Thanks, kid.
Here's a free sample. Halcyon. It means happy and careless. First one's free, kid.
You have the ingredients! Brilliant! That's all I need. Please, pass them over. Remember, you did say you'd give them to me.
What? I don't understand. I knew it! I knew it was logical that you would choose me to be the dominant personality. That is what you want, isn't it? You'll need to choose one of us. Who will it be?
Thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh, just need to mix them together and down the hatch. Okay. I feel strange. Whoa! Oh, this is intense! Perfect! It's just me! For the first time, it's just me! Thank you for this. Let me give you something in exchange for all of this. It's my partner's personality, distilled down to its purest essence. I hope it treats you well. You know what? By the cards, I think I'm actually going to miss him. It's so quiet without him in my head. I may actually miss him already. He'd say that's only logical. Isn't that funny? It's funny, isn't it? Thank you again. You'll come back to visit me, won't you? You even start to miss logic.
And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And...
You've got all the pips you need already in your glass jar, child. The only hard part is attaching them. But I can't help you. A piptician needs years of training in rhetoric alone, just so they can convince those slippery things to stay in place. And you wouldn't dare trust the life of your companion with an amateur. But I do have it on good authority that a pipnician does exist in the Upside Down Town. Name, if I'm not too mistaken, of Seymour. Impossible! Let me see that. By the card makers themselves, this is a dice. Or rather, it was a dice. Oh, if I had such power, child, I wouldn't be lurking here, talking to strangers. No, it wasn't me. The Queen destroyed all the dice, child. Well, almost. I want to say thank you, child. It's been so long since I've seen a dice, even one that's dead like this. That alarms you, doesn't it? Yes, dice can die. We found that out in the No Dice War. It was a catastrophe. The Queen Child decided that she should be the only one to wield a dice, and so she waged war on them, and on those who'd wield them. And she did not show mercy in victory. When she finds out there's still a dice, and still a wielder, well, she will be apoplectic, and she is not to be toyed with. What happened here, she'll do to you and your friend here. It's not a threat, little one. It's an observation, gleaned from hard-earned experience. Hypothetically speaking, that is. But don't worry, your secret is safe with me. As for this poor dice, I'm going to return it to where it belongs, to the sacred valley of the dice. I have. It used to be so different. There are some of us who remember the old ways, child. We must stay hidden, and we must stay silent. But we exist. The valley is hidden, far below Random, and far from the Queen's prying eyes. It's a crypt, a land of the dead, forbidden to all but a few will remember. I'd wager you don't fully know what you travel with. I'm glad to hear it. I hope you are. Goodbye, child. Take care and Random rules. Good. Huck, dice wielder. And you too, little dice.
All this tunus reminds me of Odd. I promise you, sister, I am coming for you.